I don't expect you to believe me. In fact, I wouldn't believe it myself if I hadn't lived through it. But I swear everything I'm about to tell you happened. And even now, I don't think I'll ever sleep properly again. It started 3 weeks ago when I moved into an old rental house on the outskirts of town. The rent was dirt cheap, almost too good to be true. It was a small 2-bedroom house with creaky wooden floors, an attic I had no intention of opening, and a strange smell I couldn't quite place. The landlord, a frail old man with watery eyes, handed me the keys with a warning. "Don't let it know you're scared." I laughed it off at the time, thinking it was some old superstition. But now I understand. Now I wish I had listened. The first night was uneventful, at least until around 3 a.m. I woke up suddenly feeling like something had disturbed me, but the house was silent. I was about to roll over when I heard it. A whisper, faint, distant, just outside my bedroom door. At first I thought I was imagining it, but then it came again. "Go away." I sat up in bed, my heart pounding. The voice was raspy, barely more than a breath. My first instinct was to assume it was the wind or some weird creaking of the old house. Then the doorknob rattled. I froze. I didn't move, didn't breathe. After a few seconds, the noise stopped. I stayed up until sunrise watching the door, waiting for something, anything to happen. But nothing did. By the third night, I was jumpy. I kept telling myself it was my imagination, but something felt wrong. The air in the house was thick, heavy, like I was never alone. Around midnight, I was watching TV in the living room when I saw something move in my peripheral vision. A shadow. It was standing in the hallway just out of the corner of my eye. Tall, unmoving, watching me. I turned my head, but the hallway was empty. My stomach twisted into a knot. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and slowly walked toward the hallway. My breathing was shallow. Every instinct in my body was screaming at me to turn back, but I forced myself forward. Nothing. Just empty space. But when I turned to go back to the couch, I noticed something. The attic door was open. I was sure it had been shut. That was the first time I felt true terror in that house. By the 5th night, I was exhausted. I hadn't been able to sleep, jumping at every sound, every shadow. I was losing my mind. That night, I decided to record myself sleeping. I needed to prove to myself that it was all in my head. So I set up my phone on my nightstand, hit record, and laid down, staring at the ceiling until sleep finally took me. I woke up feeling groggy, my body stiff. The morning light was streaming through the curtains. I grabbed my phone and stopped the recording. Then I played it back. For the first few hours, nothing happened. Just me, tossing and turning. Then at around 3:17 a.m., my breath caught in my throat. The closet door creaked open, slowly. And then, something crawled out. It wasn't fully visible, just a black shape, long fingers gripping the floor, eyes reflecting the faint glow from my phone screen. It watched me. Just watched. For nearly an hour, it didn't move. And then just before dawn, it slithered back into the closet. The door shut on its own. I barely made it to the bathroom before throwing up. That was it. I decided I was leaving. I packed my bags as fast as I could, barely stopping to breathe. I didn't care about breaking my lease. I just wanted out. But the house wouldn't let me go. The front door wouldn't budge. No matter how hard I pulled, it wouldn't open. Every window was sealed shut. My phone wouldn't turn on. The air felt thick, pressing down on me. Then the whispers came back, louder, closer. The walls seemed to vibrate with them, dozens of voices overlapping. "Stay with us." A loud bang came from behind me. The closet. It flew open, slamming against the wall. And then I saw it. The thing that had been watching me sleep. It crawled out on all fours, its head twitching, its limbs too long, its eyes empty. It let out a wet, rattling breath. I ran. I don't remember how, but I got out. The next thing I knew, I was standing in the middle of the street, gasping for air, the house looming behind me like a silent predator. I never went back. I never even tried to get my stuff. The landlord never returned my calls. But sometimes, late at night, I wake up and feel it, like something is still watching me. And I know I never really escaped. Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Nightmares Radio. If you enjoyed this spine-chilling story, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more terrifying tales. Your support helps keep the nightmares alive. Let me know in the comments. What's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you? I might feature your story in an upcoming video. And remember, if you dare, share this video with a friend if you think they can handle it. Until next time, stay safe.